So today, we're not just talking about some new gadget or a cool piece of tech. We're talking about a tool that can actually fundamentally change how you go after your goals. We're going to dive into a 30-day experiment that led to this massive mindset shift, all thanks to an AI co-pilot.
Does this sound familiar? You've got a million great ideas, right? They're just swirling around in your head. But when it comes to actually starting one, you just can't find that first step. It's such a common feeling, and man, is it frustrating. I was right there with you. I would spend hours just thinking about a project, but that mental block was like a brick wall. You know that feeling? It's like you're running on a treadmill. You're putting in all this effort, you're getting tired, but you're not actually going anywhere. So I decided to try something a little radical, a 30-day experiment using an AI as my personal co-pilot to see if it could finally break that cycle. Now look, this isn't about simple stuff like asking it to write an essay for you. This is about something much, much deeper. It's about shifting from a state of constant, paralyzing thinking into a state of consistent doing.
The whole point of this experiment wasn't just to get quick answers from a machine. It was to change my entire approach to getting things done. So in this explainer, I'm going to walk you through the 3 biggest mindset shifts that came out of it and exactly how you can use them too.
All right, first up, and honestly, this might be the most important one. I call it the mindset of the first draft. This is all about getting over that classic fear of the blank page. You know, we get so trapped thinking our first try has to be perfect, and that pressure stops us from even starting.
So check this out, a perfect example. I wanted to start a newsletter, but I was completely stuck on that very first welcome email, just staring at a blinking cursor. So instead of torturing myself for an hour, I gave the AI this super simple prompt, and seconds later, bam, I had a draft. Now, was it perfect? No way, but it was something.
And that right there is the whole lesson. The AI gives you a structure to edit, not a terrifying void to fill from scratch. It's such a powerful way to finally accept that starting messy is so much better than not starting at all. It just shatters that perfectionism cycle and gets you moving. Okay, let's talk about mindset number 2. This one is all about learning, but way faster and way smarter. This is the mindset of the expert interview. You know when you try to learn something new and complex, like a programming language or how investing works, the sheer volume of information out there is it's overwhelming. It feels like you're trying to take a sip of water from a fire hose, and you end up just getting blasted instead of actually learning anything. So instead of falling down that endless Google rabbit hole, I started interviewing the AI. And what's so cool about this prompt is the first part, act as a senior software engineer. By telling it who to be and asking for simple analogies, the answer I got back was focused, tailored, and in plain English I could actually get my head around. It's like having a personal tutor, ready 24/7.
And that's really the question, isn't it? Why would you spend hours digging through generic, one-size-fits-all articles, hoping to find the one little piece of information you need, when you can just have a personalized tutor explain it to you instantly? I'm telling you, this is a total game changer for learning. It turns it from this passive chore into a real, dynamic conversation. Your whole mindset flips. You stop thinking, I need to go find the answer somewhere out there, and you start thinking, I need to ask the right question right here. It's just a fundamentally more powerful way to learn.
All right, let's get to the third and final mindset shift. And this one is a powerhouse. It's the mindset of systemizing everything. This is where you start to reclaim your mental energy for the stuff that really matters.
Think about it. Our brains are constantly bogged down with these tiny, repetitive decisions, what to make for dinner, how to schedule the week, managing a to-do list. All that stuff just drains your mental battery. I realized I could use the AI to automate my thinking and go from a messy, chaotic process to a clean, repeatable system.
Okay, perfect example. I absolutely dread planning my week from scratch every Sunday. It just drains me before the week even starts. So I gave the AI this prompt, basically a template for my ideal week, and boom, it instantly generated a reusable schedule that I just have to plug the details into now. The whole heavy lifting of the structure is gone.
Just imagine for a second, if you weren't wasting all that mental energy every single day on the same repetitive planning, how much more focus, how much more creativity would you have left over for the big projects and the goals that are actually going to move your life forward? So the big takeaway here is this: build systems for your thinking. When you automate those repetitive mental tasks, you offload all that mental clutter. You create these amazing reusable templates for your life, and that saves a ridiculous amount of energy, freeing you up to focus on the problems that actually need your unique brain power to solve. So, at the end of these 30 days, what happened?
What was the big result? Well, the transformation was about so much more than just getting better at using a tool. It was about totally upgrading my own personal operating system.
It really boiled down to three things, nice and simple. The first draft mindset made me so much better at starting. The expert interview mindset made me way better at learning. And the systemizing mindset made me a heck of a lot better at organizing. And each one just built on the others, creating this incredible momentum.
And honestly, this is the thing I really want you to walk away with. The real power here isn't the artificial intelligence itself. The AI is just a catalyst. The true power is how it changes you, how it pushes you to rethink what you're capable of, and just how big you can go.
So that brings it all back to you. It's not about becoming an expert overnight. It's just about taking one small step. I want you to pick one thing, just one, and try that first draft mindset this week. So the only question left to ask is, what are you going to start today?